Nerdly Nerds, welcome back to the series where we dive in and give you our personal pop culture top 10 picks. Today, we're embarking on a thrilling journey through time as we count down the top 10 movies featuring time travel. Now, time travel has always captured my imagination from a young age, consistently giving us the ultimate what-if scenario. From the wild adventures of Marty McFly to the relentless pursuit of the T-800, these films let us explore the past, present, and future in the most mind-bending way. And what makes a great time travel movie? We're looking for films that not only play with the concept of time, but also deliver compelling stories, unforgettable characters, and a few twists and turns that keep us on the edge of our seats. Strap in, because we're about to traverse timelines, break some temporal rules, and maybe even bump into our past selves. Whether you're a fan of sci-fi spectacles, emotional journeys, or mind-bending puzzles, this list has something for every time travel enthusiast. I am Justin Knox. This is Nerdly Out Loud. So let's fire up the flux capacitor, set our coordinates, and dive into the top 10 time travel movies. Ready? Here we go. Kicking off our list at number 10 is a little bit of a wild card, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. The 1993 time-traveling adventure that takes our favorite heroes back to ancient Japan. Directed by Stuart Gillard, this film takes a bold leap by blending the fun of ninja action with a historical twist. In this third installment, Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael, along with their fearless leader Splinter, use a magical scepter to travel back in time to 1603 Japan. They find themselves in the middle of a conflict between a rebellious village and a corrupt warlord. The Turtles must use their ninja skills and wits to save the day while finding a way back to their own time. The cast includes the return of the lovable Turtles, voiced by Brian Tochi, Robbie Rist, Corey Feldman, and Tim Kelleher. Paige Turco reprises her role as April O'Neil, and Elias Koteas returns as Casey Jones, providing both comic relief and some serious action. One of the standout moments in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 is seeing the Turtles don samurai armor and wield traditional Japanese weapons. Their interactions with the locals and the cultural clash provide plenty of laughs and heartwarming moments. The film's climax, with a thrilling battle sequence in a burning castle, showcases the Turtles' bravery and teamwork. While Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 might not be the most critically acclaimed film on our list, it's a fun, nostalgic ride that reminds us why we love these pizza-loving ninjas. So I could take some crap on this pick, but I am sticking with it. Sailing its way into number 9 is the mind-bending thriller Triangle, a 2009 film that takes the concept of time loops to a whole new level. Directed by Christopher Smith, this psychological horror keeps you guessing from start to finish with its intricate plot and eerie atmosphere. Follows Jess, played by Melissa George, who joins a group of friends on a sailing trip. When their yacht is capsized by a strange storm, they find themselves boarding a mysterious and seemingly abandoned ocean liner. However, Jess soon realizes they are now trapped in a time loop, facing repeated horrors and uncovering dark secrets as they try to escape. The cast, led by Melissa George, whose compelling performance as Jess anchors the film's emotional and psychological depth, is supported by Liam Hemsworth, Michael Dorman, and Rachel Carpani, who each bring intensity to their roles, enhancing the film's unsettling, untrustworthy, and unfriendly atmosphere. Directed by Christopher Smith, known for his work on horror films like the truly disturbing Creep and Severance, Triangle is another effort that showcases his talent for creating suspense and crafting intricate narratives. The film's screenplay, also written by Smith, is highly praised for its clever twists and the way it meticulously unravels the time loop concept, making Triangle a brilliant exploration of the time travel time loop subgenre, combining psychological horror with a complex narrative that keeps you hooked until the very end. Melissa George's standout performance, coupled with Christopher Smith's direction, makes it a must-watch for fans of mind-bending thrillers. At number 8 on our list, we have the action-packed, punchy-kicky sci-fi thriller Time Cop. Released in 1994 and directed by Peter Hyams, this film blends high-octane action with a clever time travel plot, featuring none other than Jean-Claude Van Damme at his finest. Everyone's favorite Belgian, Van Damme stars as Max Walker, a Time Enforcement Commission agent tasked with preventing criminals from altering the past for personal gain. When Walker discovers a conspiracy involving a powerful senator, played by Ron Silver, he must fight to protect both his past and future. Van Damme, who uses his toolbox of martial arts, prowess and screen presence, drives the film's action sequences, though he is supported by Ron Silver, who delivers a strong, menacing performance as the sinister Senator McComb, and Mia Sara as Walker's wife, Melissa, adds a much-needed emotional core to the story. Directed by Peter Hyams, known for his work on 2010, The Year We Make Contact, and Outland, Time Cop really benefits from Hyams' adept handling of both action and sci-fi elements. The screenplay, written by Mark Verheiden and based on the Dark Horse comic series, balances thrilling set pieces with a gripping narrative. Standout moments in Time Cop include the spectacular fight sequences that showcase Van Damme's martial arts skills, particularly the iconic scene where he performs the splits on a kitchen counter to avoid an electric shock. Another memorable scene is the climactic showdown between Walker and McComb, where past and future collide in a dramatic confrontation. Time Cop is one of those quintessential 90s action movie that delivers a satisfying blend of sci-fi thrills and martial arts action. However, with its inventive premise, engaging performances, and adrenaline-pumping scenes, it's a standout entry not only in the time travel genre, but also in the filmography of the Muscles from Brussels. Locked in the library, at number 7 is the genre-bending film Detention, a 2011 high school horror comedy that throws time travel into the mix with reckless abandon. Directed by the enigmatic Joseph Kahn, this movie is a unique mashup that defies conventional categorization, meaning Detention stands in a league of its own. Follows a group of high school students who must survive their senior year while dealing with a slasher killer known as Cinder Heller, and a series of bizarre time travel anomalies. The film is a high-energy ride that combines elements of teen comedy, horror, and science fiction, all while poking fun at pop culture. The cast is led by Josh Hutcherson as Clapton Davis, a quirky and charming high school student, and Shanley Caswell as Riley Jones, the film's main protagonist. Supporting them are Dane Cook as the school's principal. Each actor brings a unique energy to their roles, contributing to the film's offbeat charm. Joseph Kahn, known for directing music videos for artists like Taylor Swift and Eminem, and films like Talk and Bodied, brings his distinctive, grimy visual style and fast-paced storytelling to Detention. The screenplay, co-written by Kahn and Mark Palermo, is filled with sharp dialogue, clever references, and an unpredictable plot that keeps viewers engaged. While it didn't exactly make a huge splash at the box office, it's cherished by fans who enjoy its eclectic and irreverent style. Detention is a roller coaster of a film that throws convention out the window, delivering a fresh and frenetic take on time travel. Its blend of humor, horror, and sci-fi elements, along with Joseph Kahn's distinctive direction, make it a memorable and unique entry in the time travel genre. And did I mention they use a bear as a time machine? Yeah, let that sink in for a moment. This next pick went back and forth with the number 5 slot, but landed in at 6. It's Frequency, a 2000 sci-fi drama that beautifully blends time travel with a heartfelt father-son story. Directed by Gregory Hoblit, this film uses the concept of altering timelines to create a compelling narrative filled with suspense and emotional depth. Frequency stars Jim Caviezel as John Sullivan, a New York City police detective. In 1999, he discovers that a ham radio can connect him to his deceased father, Frank Sullivan, played by Dennis Quaid, in 1969. Through this extraordinary communication, they work together to change past events and solve a decades-old murder while dealing with the ripple effects of altering the timeline. Both Jim Caviezel and Dennis Quaid performances anchor the film with their emotional sincerity. Caviezel's portrayal of a son longing for connection and Quaid's embodiment of a heroic yet flawed father create a powerful, super relatable dynamic. Supporting roles by Elizabeth Mitchell as John's mother, Julia, and Sean Doyle as the villainous Jack Shepherd add further depth to the story. Directed by Gregory Hoblit, known for his work on Primal Fear and Fallen, Frequency is his first real foray to the genre, and the movie really benefits from his ability to blend genres seamlessly. The screenplay by Toby Emmerich skillfully balances the sci-fi elements with the emotional core of the story, making the time travel aspect both intriguing and accessible. Big moments in Frequency include the thrilling, dialogue-driven sequences where John and Frank collaborate across time to prevent disasters and catch the murderer. One particularly memorable scene is when changes in the past start to affect the present in real time, creating a tense and exhilarating experience. The film's climax, with a nail-biting confrontation and a heartwarming resolution, delivers an incredibly satisfying conclusion. Frequency is a masterful exploration of how time travel can impact personal relationships and destiny. Its combination of a unique premise, strong performances, and emotional storytelling makes it an unforgettable entry in the time travel space. Breaking into the top 5, it is number 5 on our list, the mind-bending psychological thriller The Butterfly Effect, released in 2004 and directed by Eric Bress and J. Mackie Gruber. This film explores the chaotic and often tragic consequences of tampering with time. The Butterfly Effect stars Punk's Ashton Kutcher as Evan Treborn, a young man who discovers he can travel back in time to inhabit his younger self by reading his old journals. Every attempt he makes to fix the past has unforeseen and often disastrous consequences in the present, creating a ripple effect that alters his life and the lives of those around him. As mentioned, the cast is led by Ashton Kutcher, known primarily for his comedic roles at the time. Kutcher delivers a surprisingly intense and dramatic performance. Co-starring with him are Amy Smart as Kaylee, Evan's childhood friend and love interest, also Eldon Henson and William Lee Scott as his troubled friends Lenny and Tommy. Their performances add depth to the emotional and psychological complexity of the film and mind of our lead. Directed by the duo of Eric Bress and J. Mackie Gruber, who also co-wrote the screenplay, The Butterfly Effect is a gripping exploration of how small changes in the past can lead to significant and often catastrophic alterations in the present. The film's non-linear narrative, dark, thought-provoking themes keep viewers on edge throughout. One particularly memorable sequence is when he revisits a traumatic childhood event, only to realize that his interference causes even greater harm. The film's climax, where Evan makes a heartbreaking and selfless decision to prevent further damage, leaves a lasting impression, with a DVD alternate ending that haunts me to this day. The Butterfly Effect is a visceral exploration of the unintended consequences of time travel, combining a gripping narrative with strong performances and dark themes. Its unique take on the genre makes it a compelling and memorable entry in our top 10 time travel movies. Just avoid the subsequent sequels though. Hopping straight to number 4, we have the enigmatic cult classic Donnie Darko. Released in 2001, this psychological thriller has left an indelible mark on the genre with its unique blend of science fiction, horror, and teen drama. Starring Jake Gyllenhaal in one of his most iconic roles as Donnie Darko, the titular, troubled teenage high school student who starts experiencing visions of a creepy, ominous figure named Frank, who tells him that the world will end in 28 days. The film delves into themes of fate, destiny, and the nature of reality, all while maintaining a gripping and mysterious atmosphere. And let me tell you, this cast is stellar, featuring a young Jake Gyllenhaal whose performance as Donnie is both haunting and captivating. Jena Malone co-stars as Gretchen Ross, Donnie's love interest, bringing depth and vulnerability to her role. The supporting cast includes veteran actors like Patrick Swayze, Drew Barrymore, Noah Wyle, and Mary McDonnell, each adding their own unique flair to the film. Director Richard Kelly brings his debut feature film, and it showcases his visionary style and narrative ambition. The screenplay, also penned by Kelly, is filled with philosophical undertones and intricate plot twists that leave audiences pondering long after the credits roll. The film's hauntingly beautiful score, composed by Michael Andrews, perfectly complements its eerie and surreal atmosphere. Standout moments in Donnie Darko include the eerie and unsettling scenes with Frank the Rabbit, whose cryptic messages propel Donnie on his journey. The film's climax, where the full extent of Donnie's time-traveling abilities and the impending disaster is revealed, is both thrilling and heartbreaking. Another memorable sequence is the hauntingly beautiful use of Mad World by Gary Jules, set against the backdrop of the character's final moments. Donnie Darko is a film that challenges and intrigues with its blend of sci-fi and psychological drama, anchored by a standout performance from Jake Gyllenhaal and visionary direction by Richard Kelly. Its exploration of time travel's complexities and its deeply human story make it timeless. Infecting its way onto our number 3 spot is the dystopian sci-fi classic 12 Monkeys. Released in 1995, this film is a masterclass in time travel storytelling, directed by the visionary Terry Gilliam and featuring an unforgettable performance by Bruce Willis as James Cole, a convict from a dystopian future where humanity is on the brink of extinction due to a deadly virus. Sent back in time to gather information about the origin of the virus, Cole navigates the confusing and often hostile landscape of the 1990s, struggling to maintain his sanity while uncovering a vast conspiracy. The cast is rounded out by Madeleine Stowe as Dr. Catherine Rayleigh, a psychiatrist who becomes Cole's reluctant ally, and Brad Pitt, who delivers an electrifying performance as Jeffrey Goins, a mentally unstable activist. Pitt's portrayal of Goins is particularly noteworthy, earning him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. Directed by Terry Gilliam, known for his work on Brazil and The Fisher King, 12 Monkeys showcases his trademark visual style and ability to craft intricate, thought-provoking narratives. The screenplay, written by David and Janet Peoples, is based on the French short film La Jetée and deftly combines elements of science fiction, psychological thriller, and mystery. 12 Monkeys was critically acclaimed upon its release, praised for its strong performances, with critics lauding its intelligent plot and the compelling portrayal of time travel's psychological impact. Audiences were equally captivated, making it a box office success and a lasting favorite in the sci-fi genre. Standout moments in 12 Monkeys include the haunting sequences set in the post-apocalyptic future, where Cole's mission is shrouded in despair and desperation. Another memorable scene is the chaotic climax at the airport, where past, present, and future collide in a poignant and tragic resolution. The film's exploration of memory, destiny, and the nature of reality leaves a profound impact on viewers. Great Scott, taking our number 2 spot, is none other than the iconic Back to the Future trilogy. Directed by Robert Zemeckis and produced by Steven Spielberg, this beloved series has captivated audiences since the first film hit theaters in 1985. With its perfect blend of humor, adventure, and time travel intrigue, it's no wonder these films are timeless classics. The trilogy stars Michael J. Fox as Marty McFly, a teenager who accidentally travels back in time in a DeLorean-turned time machine invented by the eccentric Dr. Emmett Brown, brilliantly played by Christopher Lloyd. Together, they navigate the challenges of different time periods, from the 1950s to the Wild West. Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd are the heart and soul of the trilogy. Fox's charisma and Lloyd's zany energy create an unforgettable duo that carries the films with their chemistry and comedic timing. The supporting cast, including Leah Thompson as Lorraine, Crispin Glover as George McFly, and Thomas F. Wilson as the villainous Biff Tannen, each add depth and humor to the story. Robert Zemeckis, who brought us Forrest Gump and Who Framed Roger Rabbit, showcases his knack for blending technical innovation with compelling storytelling. The screenplay, co-written by Zemeckis and Bob Gale, is tight, witty, and filled with clever callbacks and foreshadowing that pay off across all three films. Back to the Future was a critical and commercial success, with the first film holding a near-perfect rating on Rotten Tomatoes. The sequels, Back to the Future Part 2, 1989, and Back to the Future Part 3, 1990, continued the success, each expanding the story in exciting and imaginative ways while maintaining the charm and humor of the original. The Back to the Future trilogy is about as perfect as it gets, when blending adventure, comedy, and sci-fi with a perfect cast and masterful direction by Robert Zemeckis. Its impact on pop culture and its beloved status among fans of all ages secure its place as one of the greatest time travel stories ever told. And finally, our number one pick is the mind-bending indie gem Primer. Released in 2004, this film is a cerebral exploration of time travel that stands out for its complex narrative and minimalistic approach. Written, directed, produced, and starring Shane Carruth, Primer has earned its reputation as one of the most intricate and thought-provoking time travel films ever made. Shane Carruth as Aaron and David Sullivan as Abe, two engineers who accidentally invent a time machine while working on a side project in their garage. As they begin to experiment with their device, they quickly realize that the implications and consequences of their discovery are far more complicated and dangerous than they initially thought. Carruth, a former engineer himself, brings a sense of authenticity to his role and the film's scientific dialogue, making the intricate plot feel both real and relatable. The direction is tightly focused, using a low-budget DIY approach to create an intimate and immersive atmosphere. The script is dense and technical, demanding viewers' full attention to follow the multiple timelines and paradoxes that unfold. Carruth's meticulous attention to detail and commitment to realism set Primer leagues apart from other time travel films. Received critical acclaim for its originality and intellectual depth, though some viewers found its complexity challenging. It won the Grand Jury Prize at the 2004 Sundance Film Festival, cementing its status as a standout indie film. Standout moments in Primer include the initial discovery of the time machine and the engineer's cautious experiments, which gradually give way to paranoia and mistrust. The scenes where multiple versions of Aaron and Abe begin to intersect create a labyrinthine narrative that challenges viewers to piece together the puzzle. The film's ending, which offers more questions than answers, is a perfect culmination of its intricate storytelling. Hence why Primer sits firmly in the number one spot. And the only movie on the list that I have watched countless YouTube video essays trying to explain the plot. That wraps up our top 10 list of time travel movies. Thanks for joining me on this incredible journey through time. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more movie countdowns and reviews. Until next time, keep exploring the limitless possibilities of your local cinema.